Hello! In this video we will run through the key new features and enhancements that have been made in MySep version 5 and MySep-RunTime version 3. An important new feature is that now two distinct modes are available, Design Mode and Rating Mode. When you launch MySep, you'll notice that two buttons are available to start a new project. Design Mode is intended for the design of new build vessels. By default, input fields will automatically update to provide appropriate initial values if the process conditions or other parameters are changed. This Design Mode button is effectively the same as the New Project button in previous versions of MySep. Rating Mode is intended for analysis of existing vessels or review of existing designs. When rating an existing vessel, you are looking to replicate the vessel and internals geometry in MySep. So you want all the design parameters to remain unchanged, regardless of the process conditions you apply. This is the case in Rating Mode, where you will see that all the design parameters are in blue font. A vessel can be in Design Mode or in Rating Mode, and the current mode is indicated below the menu bar. You can easily switch between the modes using the menu. Upon switching, the current state is automatically stored, so when you switch, you can choose whether you want to bring your current design into the other mode, or whether you want to revert to the previous design you had in the other mode. In this case, we will choose to bring the current design into Rating Mode. While Design Mode allows for selection of good practice internals configurations, in Rating Mode, additional internals configurations are available. These include configurations that are common but less desirable from a separation performance perspective. For example, you can select an inlet diverter and a vertical vane pack in a vertical vessel. You'll notice that for agglomerator and demisting devices, a device orientation selection field has been added. Note that the performance calculations are carried out assuming an even gas flow distribution and no liquid shattering. If these phenomena are expected to occur, text warnings as well as graphic warnings in the vessel layout are provided. Another difference between Design and Rating Mode is that in Design Mode, gas-liquid separation calculations and warnings are based on the high liquid level set point. In Rating Mode, however, you can enter the actual operating level as the basis for the calculations. Similarly, for three-phase separators, the operating oil-water interface can be entered. In the Motion module, you can now enter the locations of the alarm and trip instrumentation nozzles. These locations are taken from the upstream vessel 10 line. The associated low liquid level to high liquid level and low liquid level to high liquid level ranges are shown in the view. MySep will detect and provide warnings if the liquid level goes outside of these ranges. So this is particularly useful to verify whether the nozzles are at a suitable location and whether the level set point ranges are appropriate for the liquid level motion. In the liquid section, the degassing calculations now consider the degassing performance of the plate pack coalescer if this device has been selected. On the liquid-liquid separation window, an option to override the predicted phase inversion point has been added. Ticking the checkbox allows you to enter alternative critical water cut values based on which the continuous phase is then determined. For horizontal vessels, the bottom elevation of the agglomerator is now decoupled from the device flow area. This means that now both bottom elevation and flow area can be entered. Note that if the flow area input field is in black font, it will automatically be updated based on the bottom elevation. If the flow area input field is in blue font, it will not change when you change the flow area. In vessel lists, for example on the datasheet generation window, runtime geometry file generation, and the external data processing window, a D or an R for design or rating mode is shown after each vessel name. The latter signifies the last active state of the vessel, which is the state of the vessel that will be processed. Turning to MySep-RunTime, all internals configurations added into MySep version 5 can be simulated using MySep-RunTime version 3. Fields showing the agglomerator and demisting devices orientations have been added on the Designs tab in the MySep-RunTime unit operation window. MySep-RunTime version 3 is also compatible with geometry or MYG files generated using previous versions of MySep. This was a brief run-through of some of the new features in MySep and MySep-RunTime. If you have any questions or comments about MySep in general or about the new release in particular, please drop us an email. Thank you for watching.